What's up, family? How you doing? It's Liz Black. Remember, you can catch me Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. for Sunday Praise. But right now, we have Sunday Praise live going on right here in the studio. And I'm so happy that I'm finally able to bring this artist to you because I love him to pieces. We're family, but you're going to see it as we talk. I want to welcome Jor'Dan Armstrong.
Liz, look, Auntie Liz, what's going on? It's always a pleasure to speak with you, and I'm super excited to be here.
I'm just so proud because I had heard your name from your mom and Darren L. Harris years ago before I had a chance to really hear your music. Yeah. And then when I had a chance to hear the music, I was like, oh, he's coming like that, bringing a whole lot of new flavor.
Come on now. Yeah, flavor's my thing. You know, being from Louisiana, that's something that I think we're just born with. It's something in the water in Louisiana, man. We're big on flavor, from music to food to style, clothing, everything. So I'm glad you noticed that. You saw me in the beginning, for sure.
Yes, in the very beginning, and we're going to talk about where you are now. But I remember when I first met you, you were doing a song a week. Who does that?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those were the good times, you know, because we were trying to do something different, you know, anything to get noticed with what God had given us. And I think we came up with that idea, and nobody was doing it at the time.
No.
And just trying to do things spontaneous because we're independent. And so, you know, a lot of times we have to think outside of the box to even be noticed in the genre. And so that was cool to do that. It was very fun. And now everybody's kind of doing that now. It's kind of a thing now. But no, we did it first.
You did it first.
Come on.
And
we did it first.
It's not cheap to do that, but you brought quality. And it's not like you were just throwing out songs. These songs were all genuine and really good quality songs.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we strive on that. You know, I think that's why my music goes as far as it goes, is because we take a lot of time and we take it serious as far as the quality, as far as the lyrical content, as far as everything. You know, we wanted to match some of your favorite artists. And, you know, me being indie, and you know, your favorite artist could be signed to this major label and they have this great quality. I want that same thing. And so I strive for that, and I think that's what has gotten us this far.
You know what's so good to see? That you're an independent artist and you're showing, look, we can do this and we don't have to be on a major label. I look at Jermaine Dolly.
Yes, my brother.
Jermaine has the same album out and he's pulling number ones off of that still years later.
Yes. And Jermaine is special too because, you know, he gets it. You know, I think we're both from that indie world, and, you know, we have to do things different. You know, we can't just show up. And mind you, when I say these type of things, I am not against record labels, not against artists that have deals.
Of course.
But in our situation, you know, we have to work a little harder. Yeah. You know, we have to think outside the box. We have to wake while they're sleeping. We have to work.
Yeah, you still working.
Yes.
I know all about it.
That's a big thing. And so, you know, I'm grateful that I get to do this for a living. I love God with all of my heart. I would never do any other job. This is what I love to do. And I'm grateful that people like it.
we more than like it. We love it. And the flavor, and I keep saying flavor because you came out, everybody wasn't bringing it like that. And it took a lot of confidence in knowing that God had an assignment for you to just step out and say, look, I'm not traditional.
Yeah. Miss Liz, listen, it was tough. You know, I'm about close to over 10 years in doing this professionally. And I went through a phase of my career to where, you know, there was some funny faces out there when I was performing. I look out, I see it. See, the thing is, I could see everybody's face. I could see everybody's face from the stage. And so, you know, it took a while to break this. And I think what kept me going is what God had told me. I really believed that he gave me this sound and this message for a certain generation and for certain people. And, you know, I feel like my music is tailor-made for who it's for. I'm a church boy. I grew up in the church. I love church. I was in church on the member side and on the business side. I've been on both sides of the church, and I'm a church boy. And so I understand that world. I think it's just something special and different that God gave me, and I stepped out on faith and I did it. And I'm so grateful now because now, now we're cool.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm cool.
You're all right. Then now
yeah.
they're inviting you to the table
Yes,
now.
now people want to know how you did that, and I think that
Yeah.
that's so special. And I think it takes a God sent artist like myself to even still respect and still honor and love on the people that were looking at me crazy
Yes,
10 years ago.
cross-eyed.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it's really a blessing. I love it.
What's so good is that you didn't need to sit at anybody else's table. Jor'Dan, you said, I am going to make my own table and I'm going to sit at my own table.
Yes, ma'am.
And whether you invite me to your table or not,
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
I had to realize that, and I think when I finally caught on, God had already built that table for me, and there was a seat waiting. And so once I sat at the table and I really stood on who I was through God and what God had given me this gift, things started to change. We started to hit radio and, the success of the records. And mind you, the success of the records are literally confirmation for me. Of course, you want to have great records. You want to go number one and do all these great things. But it's really the confirmation that through all of these years that we've gone through, with me being an indie artist and, trying to break this sound, that it has finally caught on. And, now people are looking at us as sort of the flag, holding the flag, waving the flag for this sound. And so I'm grateful that I get to inspire other artists that represent God differently, sing lyrics differently, or have a different sound in this genre. So I'm grateful. I'm glad I can be a leader.
Well, you're a leader right now. You're at number one. Let's talk about your first number one.
Yeah, my God.
My God. I was like, I need the instrumental to that.
Yeah, man. I think My God is such a special record to me because, first of all, it's my first number one record, but the message of the song, I think it was so cool that me bragging on how good God has been to me went to number one.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, you try to think of these witty songs and think of these ideas, and you're like,
catches
and I'm like, what about just bragging on God and how good he is to me? And I think that was such a big deal for me because that was the song that it really came from the heart. It was like sincerely from the heart. I wasn't trying to make a radio song or anything. And a song talking about and bragging on God became number one for me was a huge success. I felt like everybody that heard that song could associate themselves in that position as well and talk about how good God's been to them. So this is your jam.
About my God.
This is your jam.
Yeah,
my God.
yeah.
Hold up, wait a second. Let me brag on my God.
Come on now.
Hear the truth, be showing off. Yeah, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I really love the lyrics to that song. I like to say that I wrote it, but that stuff it was God sent, and it touched the world. So I'm grateful.
Me too. And I was just sitting here. I got a big revelation. I'm going to use that song in my show right before people give their testimonies. Come on, that works right there.
I done made Auntie Liz playlists.
Well, you made the playlist even when you weren't on the playlist because there are just some artists that I feel need to be heard. And you were just one of those artists. And
Thank
I
you
said,
so much.
y'all don't understand what's happening here.
Yes.
Now, I ask artists all the time, well, how do you get your inspiration? Do you wake up and then boom, you have it? Do you run to the keyboard? How do you get your beats and your music?
Oh my goodness. People ask me this all the time, and my inspiration comes from so many different places. Like I said in the beginning of this too, I think it's a lot of where I'm from. Being from Louisiana, I come from a musical family. My mom's side is more of the musicians and singers. My dad's side is more of the pastors and entrepreneurs and church and stuff. So I kind of got the best of both. With that. So a long time in my life, I would say from the age of 5 to maybe 10, I was on my mom's side real heavy at my mom's family church. And then after that, at about 11 years old up until 18, I was at my dad's side. So I got a chance to see both. I got a chance to see the business. I got a chance to see entrepreneurship. I got a chance to see the things of God. And I think that those things really influenced me. And, of course, just the sound of growing up in the 90s. 90s music, I think, is so special. It's such a heavy influence on me. I feel like they had good beats and amazing messages.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about BB and CC, or you think about all of these the Winans and
Yeah.
all you know, the things that they were doing with that group, and how they were also crossing over. They had records with Teddy Riley, and you know, they had It's Time
Aaron
About
Hall.
That. Yeah, Aaron Hall, Time to Make a Change.
Yeah.
You know, those records, I think, really influenced me, and it showed me how far the gospel music can go from beyond the church into the world.
Yes.
And so I try to keep that mindset when I'm creating music, and I think that that's, you know, really how we do it. If you ask me, that's how it happens.
Yeah. Well, you keep doing it. That was number one. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your number 2 song
The
that is
second
now
number
at number
one.
one.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
that's happening right now.
Yes.
How did you get together with Erica Campbell?
Oh my goodness, full circle moment. I always wanted to work with her. I remember listening to the first Mary Mary album that released, and that was the first time I had ever heard Christian gospel music sound so mainstream. And I was like, who are these girls? Like, what in the world? I thought, and back then, I thought both their name were Mary Mary. I was like, oh, it's 2 Marys, Mary and Mary. And so I went to the record store back then. You know, you can
Go into the record
yes,
store.
you can preview records. You will be able to just listen. You put on the headphones and play the CD and see if you want to purchase. So I would go in there. I didn't have the money. CDs were like $19.99 back then. I was young, and I would go into the music store and just play that album over and over. And I knew I wanted to make something special like they were doing. Like they were doing it so big. So anyway, fast forward to now. I basically met Erica a couple of times, and I thought it was real cool that she knew who I was from her radio show and stuff she does.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I literally just shot my shot. I said, hey, let's do a song together.
I love it. You
let's
just stepped
do
out
it.
on faith. What did you have to lose?
Right, exactly. And so, thank God, you know, for preparation. I already had a song ready. You know, was already planning on her saying yes. I was really stepping out on faith.
that.
And so she was like, yeah, let's do it. I said, well, I'm coming to L.A. Let's do it. So I got to L.A. Yeah, I got to L.A. We set up the studio time, and she let me record her. I recorded her and told her what to say, how to sing it.
Yes. Everything. Warren didn't step in at all.
Warren didn't even show up. I thought he was going to come. I was going to be so nervous because I really look up to him as a producer and songwriter. And so when he wasn't there, I was like, oh, yeah, this is my show. I ran the show, and she sang everything that I said, and I thought that was so unbelievable that she wanted to sing what I was saying. So that was super cool, and the record went to number 1.
It is at number 1.
Yes.
Congratulations.
3 weeks in a row at number 1. Crazy moment.
Did y'all hear that? 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
This is his second number 1.
Yes.
It's definitely not your last.
Oh, no.
You're touring right now.
Yes.
Church girls.
Yes, church girls love R&B. Now, come on,
Go
Auntie
ahead and
Liz.
explain it.
Auntie Liz, just go on. You ask, and then I'm gonna explain.
All right. So, what is? Can I do the facial?
Yeah, you can do
What
it.
is? Church girls love R&B music.
Yes. So I think that a lot of times, you know, when you hear those type of sentences, you know, you think of something else.
Yes.
But my main question is, even back to you, do church girls love R&B?
Yes.
Okay. So we do know that it is a proven fact.
I know from where I stand.
Amen.
I'm on WBLS,
yes.
New York's number 1 R&B station.
Yes. So I definitely know that now that we're past the title, we can talk about the message behind this project. This project, I think, is something special that God has given me to help people that are going through relationship issues or have relationship problems. I think a lot of times in the church, you know, we encourage folk to get married. We encourage you to find your mate.
Hurry up.
Do it quickly.
You're getting older.
But when it's over and when it ends, you know, we don't talk about that. You know, where's the message? Where's the conference for divorce? Where's the divorce conference?
There is. You better start it.
You know what I'm saying? So where is that? You know,
Yeah.
and even not just in relationship between man and woman, just even like with me as a guy. What about I grew up with this guy. This is my best friend. We're not cool anymore. What happened? How do I get past that? And so this project, Church Girls Love R&B, and the reason why I brought R&B into it is because a lot of times when we're going through those things, we run to R&B music because R&B music is talking about what we're going through.
Relationship.
And the church isn't.
Everything. No, we are talking about Jesus.
It's exactly. And so, you know, I think that this project, like I said, is special. It's tailor made. This project gives you tools. If you listen to this project, it gives you a storyline, and it shows you how to navigate through those type of situations. So at the end of the day, I feel this project is ministry God has given us. And a lot of times, I
Nice.
say this a lot, but we a lot of times us as Christians, we look at the theatrics, or we look at the title of something, but we
Yes.
don't realize the results. The results are people are in my DMs all the time, every day, or I'm running into people telling me this song changed my
Wow.
life, this album changed my life, and so
Amen.
that's who it's for. It's
Yeah.
for who it's for. It's for the brokenhearted. It's for the people who are looking for love that don't have it anymore. So Church Girls Love R&B is what it is,
Come on,
and I'm
through
on
with
tour.
that. He's on tour, y'all. Find out where he's at
Yeah.
near you. Now, you're on tour until when?
Oh, I'm on tour the rest of this month. So
Okay.
I'll be in Philly on tomorrow. I'll be in New York. After that, I'm doing Chicago. I'm doing
Good.
Houston, Dallas,
Yes.
Atlanta, all these great places. So
Okay.
Jor'DanArmstrongMusic.com. You can.
Now, you've been on Circle of Sisters before, so
Yes.
I do expect to see you back again
I
in
hope
the
so.
upcoming years.
Yes.
Let everybody know how they can stay in contact with you, find out everything,
Yeah.
including the tour information.
Oh, absolutely. So Jor'DanArmstrongMusic.com is somewhere you can definitely get all of that info. But if you want to reach me quicker, I'm usually on all the social media sites, but Instagram is my number one. And that's Where's Jor'Dan. That's WHERESJOR_DAN.
All right. And the project
Projects everywhere. Anywhere music is streamable, you can definitely find it there.
and the title again?
Church Girls Love R&B.
Y'all got it. Come on, you won't forget that. Jor'Dan, thank you for coming. I really
Indeed.
appreciate you. Know you always have an open door here.
Oh,
I got
thank you
nothing
so
but
much.
love
Oh,
for
my
you.
goodness. Look, it's so good to see you. You look so
too,
beautiful.
You too. It's so
Thank you.
good. You want to do a church roll call, praise out, shout out your church?
Yeah,
Go
I'll
ahead.
shout out. So I'm actually in between churches, Pastor Liz. So somebody need to shout a church out
Come
to
on
me so I
now.
can know where to go.
All right, see
But-
that? Y'all hit him up on IG.
That's right. Somebody
Let
send me
them
some
know.
churches in Atlanta. I would love to see.
I got a church, Bishop Brian Andrew Wilson.
Okay, well, see, yeah,
Go on,
there it
everybody,
is.
and
There it
visit.
is.
Y'all, it has been a pleasure. As you can see, we could have sat here and talked all day, but I know I got to save some for when he comes back again.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow me on all my social media, Liz Black Live, and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. You know I've got nothing but love for you. And until next time, go in peace, grow in grace. Don't just go to church, be the church.